Hey guys, just
Start over.
You started already? Hey guys, John here from the Gorman Gang. You're one of our annoying sons in the background. We're gonna show you how to make a quick and easy apple pie. So I've already peeled and cut 2 separate bowls worth of 3 pounds of Granny Smith green apples, because I'm going to make 2 pies today. So once you've already peeled and cut the apples down, put them in a good enough sized mixing bowl so that you can move them around. Because you're going to take, per bowl, you're going to take 1 cup of flour, per bowl. One cup of sugar per bowl. Just regular
White sugar.
Granulated sugar. Thanks for correcting me, hon. By the way, this is my mother's recipe, which I've loved for as long as I can remember. And then 1 cup per bowl of brown sugar. Light or dark, it's just preference, because molasses is what gives it the color.
And this pie is good for any time because it's so quick and easy. Right?
Absolutely. And like I said, it's just 3 pounds of Granny Smith green apples. So it's pretty much always in season to get them too.
Oops, sorry. Okay, so all you're doing is mixing the sugars together.
Yeah, once I get a cup of regular white unbleached flour, cup of white granulated sugar, and a cup of brown sugar into each bowl, you're then going to add cinnamon as well. And the cinnamon really is just personal preference, however much cinnamon you like. It doesn't have to be a measured out amount. I like to use a decent amount so you can taste it. So I open up the big side so it's not going to take forever to shake. Just decent amount.
If you had to guess, how much do you think? A tablespoon, 2?
Yeah, it's probably an easy tablespoon. I'm no perfect measurement judge here. But so you're gonna. Well, I spilled a fair amount of sugar. You're gonna, like I said, put that into each bowl, and then what you're gonna do is, I used gloved hands. You can use bare hands. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna put your hands in and start mixing it all together. You want to be a little rough with the apples so you bring out the juice, and it helps bind all of the powder ingredients together with the apples.
So what you're saying is you're going to get down and dirty with it.
You don't want to, make apple juice or applesauce here, but just, massage them. You can cut it out for now. Okay, so now that we had all the ingredients in, we just did a little fast forward for you so you don't have to sit there while we work rubbing all the ingredients together. You can see that they've got a little bit of a coat to them now, that it's starting to, bind up a little bit. You're going to take the pie shells. I use the frozen pie shells. They're the Pillsbury. I think they're 2.5 inch pie shells. Am I correct? Right? What? 9.5. 9.5. Whatever. 2 9.5 inch pie shells. Baker extraordinaire. And then, since I'm making 2 pies, I just took 1 set and set them out on the counter. Then you're just gonna pour the mixture right into the pie crust. It might seem like it's too much and overflowing, but everything will work out in the end. I mean, it seems like there's too much powder left over. Also, you got to realize that while it's in the oven, the heat is going to cause the apples to break down and the juices are going to come out. I made the mistake once of not putting flour into the pie, and we had apple soup, but it still, you know, worked out with the ice cream mixed in, so we had an okay time. Obviously this is for us, and I don't care if I drop an apple on the counter. So if I'm not hygienic enough for you, I apologize. Just even out the apples once you get it in the pie. I'll take the second bowl and do that now. My very camera shy mother insisted that we do not get her at all on camera, so we switched positions from one countertop to the other.
Why are you making 2 pies?
Well, I'm making 2, one for us and one for our neighbors. I also had 2 sets of pie shells and 6 pounds of apples, so everything just came together well. So once you get the apples into the pie crust, and mold them out a little bit. Next you're going to take the other set of pie crusts out of the freezer, and you're going to separate them as well. And you want to wait until right before you're going to put them, you know, go to apply them on top, because if they soften too much inside the metal sheet, it will have a tendency to tear when you're trying to peel it out. So if it's frozen, kind of pops out real quick, you know, like frozen bubble gum. So I'm about to take the other set of pie crusts out and put them upside down just on top of the apples. Before I do that, I'm going to take about 4 or 5 tabs of butter and put it just anywhere you want on top of the pie, just to give it a little extra juice, a little extra flavor. I pretty much do a tablespoon per, nice finger, hon. A tablespoon per slab of butter. You know, it's always marked out on the outside of the butter, so it's easy to just cut it down. So that's what I'm about to do next. I'm gonna take off my gloves, cut the butter, pop out the tops of the pies, and then they're gonna go in the oven for about an hour on 375. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna take a large cookie sheet, baking tray, and you're gonna want to put foil on top of it, just because of the fact that these are going to ooze a little bit, and you don't want that dripping on the bottom of your oven, because like I've also had to learn, it's really tough to get out. It's like I said, it gets like molasses, and that drying to the bottom of your oven is a real pain. So just to make things easier for cleanup, take a large cookie sheet, put some foil on it, and if you're only making 1 pie, just take a cookie sheet that's going to fit, you know, for some spillage room.
Spillage
You
room.
like that?
So we'll be right back?
Yeah, we'll be right back. Oh,
Alright.
okay, so fast forward. Got the butter in there, turn the pie shells upside down. Pretty much, you're going to turn them upside down and then fold up the foil so that it comes out easy and it's just going to pop off. Once you do that, you're going to leave them there for a couple minutes just so they soften up. Because if you try to mold it, when it's not soft, they'll rip and break and come apart, and you don't want that. So once it is soft enough, you're just going to come around and start really pinching the edges together. Pinch it real well. And if it starts to break, then just wait a minute. You haven't, you know, let it sit long enough. See? Just broke on me a little bit. If that happens, you can wait, get a little water on your fingertip, rub it in the spot that it broke, and try to pinch it back together, like we'll overlap it a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy with this right now for perfection. Just make sure you get a good seal on the. What's so funny? Make sure you get a good seal on the pie crust when you're coming around and pinching it. You're gonna want to pinch it together real well. And you can put a couple slits in the top as well. I don't really, because I just let it break on its own when it's in the oven. That's it for now as far as getting everything set up. Like I said, an hour at 375, and you're gonna cover the pies once you get them on the baking sheet. After you set the timer for an hour, it goes off, lift the cover, make sure you're gonna want the crust to be a golden brown color. That's when you'll know that everything's ready. Like I said, it's a little juice is gonna ooze out, and then it should probably be bubbling by then. And once it's a nice golden brown color, it's ready to be taken out. So we'll fast forward to that in a moment and show you what it looks like finished product. My wife is gonna come on now and say something real quick.
What?
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to say something.
No, I said we'll see you at the end.
Oh. So, an hour later, this is the finished product. I already gave the other one to my neighbor. Like I said, there was some spilling. The crust that broke, I tried to pinch back together. Just got pushed over by all that gooey goodness. And I have started eating the spillings from the last one, and I gotta tell you, delicious. So I hope you use the recipe and enjoy, and let us know what you think on the page. Thanks.